What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and today we'll be talking about the Bitcoin bull on this day, the 30th day of July, wrapping up this month here, man. 4.1 cents is the price. We've got about 11 hours left in the day. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. The 30th day of July. That's awesome because we actually saw this thing debut on the 30th day of June. You've been around for literally one whole month now. Congratulations, TBB, on 1 month of existence. And look at how far you've come. I mean, from a low point here, guys, which most people didn't buy, right? Understand, if anybody bought that low point there, they probably didn't get much capital in there. That was back at a $148,000 market cap. I mean, you put $1,000 in there, you're pumping up the price 20% or more. You know what I mean? So low to high here, 328x. Again, most people probably didn't get that 328x, but congratulations if you bought the low and you held. Congratulations if you bought anywhere in this zone. From the low, it's a 328x. From the high, it's nearly a 100x. So there were days of opportunities here for the people who got in early. And even if you bought the absolute high on the first day, you're still up like 20x, dude. I mean, there's a lot of winners in this thing. And even if you bought here right now, there is still the complete potential in time to get to a 100x, a 20x, a 30x, a 50x, a 100x. Yes, multiple billions of dollars, a $4 price and beyond. I very much do believe that that is attainable for TBB in time. I don't think that we're going to just keep moving at this pace. I mean, if we did, let's have some fun. Hold on. If we were moving at this pace more or less, just try to get a line of best fit here. I don't know, and we'll taper it off maybe as time goes on. Just something like that. What it could be August that we're up here. Wouldn't that be great? I don't know if this is a line of best fit or not. I'm just kind of drawing this trajectory from the lows and then assuming we could come out but then pump and then come out and then pump, something like that. Maybe we see 100x by the end of August or September. It could happen by the end of the year with the pace that we're going, but I personally am not expecting that. I'm not holding my breath over that, but I do expect that we're going to see phenomenal growth. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw $1 billion by the end of the year. I think that is attainable. I really do think that is attainable, and maybe it happens sooner than that, maybe it happens later than that, but there will be ebbs and flows. It depends on a few different things, but enough of forecasting things that are far away. Let's forecast the things that are more immediate, that are easier to guess. We're in a meme coin. We're in a very new coin. Projecting the future is not the easiest thing, though what I can say is we are still in the early stages of this. It's only been around for about a month. We're at a $41 million market cap early, very, very early for what this thing has to offer. You look at this consolidation phase here, this is one of the longer consolidation phases that we've seen. I want to refresh this because I don't know if those holders are the right amount. You have to refresh it to get the proper amount of holders. Let's see. Yeah, we increased in holders by almost 200 holders yesterday. Or no, yes. Yeah, by almost 200. Oh, look, the RSI stayed the same color. I don't have to change it now. That's awesome. 200 holders nearly increasing while we're in this boring consolidation range here. Volume did drop off. We saw volume get to a very, very low point, the lowest point that we'd seen. And it just happened to be right at this point where, I don't know, if we start moving up from here, we could look back at this as that pivotal moment where this move started, depending on how this all works out. Volume is still decreasing actually here. Maybe this is that pivotal moment, but I do believe we're going to move higher. The longest consolidation phase that we've had so far was right here. I'm wondering how long the one is that we're in now. Let's say we started consolidating here, and we broke out here, 33 bars. I would say we started to consolidate here, and then we broke out here, 28 bars. Well, we haven't broken out yet. I shouldn't say we broke out. So 4-hour time frame, about another day. We could consolidate here for another day, and then that would be the longest consolidation phase that we've seen, unless we consolidate longer than that. But again, I'm assuming that we don't consolidate here too much longer because the volume is low. And when the volume is low, you're about to break out one way or the other. We talked about the possibility of breaking out to the downside, and it is possible, right? It is possible. I would imagine if we broke out to the downside, there'd be some panic selling, but there'd also be a lot of eager buying. I think we're seeing a lot of eager buying in anticipation for this next move up. we've got these higher lows that we've been maintaining for a long time. We could, if we came down, we could still find support in this area. I think there's a lot of demand in this area, and I think the chart itself looks very, very strong. We look at this in the 1 hour time frame. Getting truly boring here with this volatility. I was talking about this yesterday on X, actually. All these little points here, these little pivotal points, highs, lows, whatever. Moments like this, if you're just used to this and you're waiting on more of this to happen, and you get in up here, or you sell at a high point, you think that you're going to get a lower price, but it's just not happening. Moments like this, price action like this, it's meant to frustrate the investor. It's meant to frustrate potential speculators. It's also meant to shake out in that frustration the weak hands, people who don't have conviction, people who are on the fringe of selling. It's meant to shake them out, give them an opportunity to get out, and then give the strong hands or strategic buyers, people who are opportunistic and waiting for a moment to get in that's not the all-time high, that's not in the middle of a pump. It's giving a moment for them to buy in. Some people might look at the price here and think to buy, but then the price continues to do this. They don't want to buy. Well, it takes a moment like this for them to get in. They would happily get in at higher prices as long as they know they're buying on a pullback, because nobody wants to buy the top and then sit on a pullback. Nobody wants to do that, because you don't build strength that way. You want to buy into strength. You don't want to, or I guess maybe you want to buy into a dump, but you want to buy into a strong move. You don't want to buy the all-time high, ideally. Here we are, though, consolidating at these all-time high areas. We're still, even from this area, from a high to where we are now, at about a 15% discount before the next move, which should take us above $100 million. I do believe that we're going to see prices go above $100 million. Which will take us above 10 cents. Our very next Fibonacci retracement level, or I should say extension level, would be right around 12 cents. And I do believe that's where we're going to go. We look at this on the 1 hour time frame with our handy dandy indicators, and we have actually broken out of our 1 hour lower high, lower low dynamic here. We were talking about that yesterday, how this reaction was a little bit different than any of these other reactions that we've seen so far. Different behavior begets different results, and we got different results. Now it seems as though we are in an uptrend, higher lows and higher highs, and this next attempt up very well could get us in the overbought zone. Getting overbought, getting oversold typically results in a breakout of a range, okay? And focusing on that, focusing on those words that are breaking out of a range, we had this higher low here, this flat top here. We kind of broke out here, didn't we? We broke out, back tested, whatever. We had a little bit of volume even come in, but it wasn't a lot. Overall, volume was still trending down. Okay, it's still trending down even now. A little bit of volume came in, but it wasn't enough to push the price down. It wasn't enough, and it didn't sustain. So this overall, this quote-unquote breakout here seems to me to be more of a fake out. And it looks like what we're doing here is we're building up higher lows with a flat top. We're looking like we want to break out to the upside now. And if this was a fake out, typically if you have a range, I don't care what the range looks like. It can look like this, it can look like this, whatever the case may be. It can look like anything. If you break out one way, but that breakout doesn't happen, you typically propel the other direction, okay? Like you break out one, it's a fake out for a reason. It fakes people out. You get people who think they're being smart by selling here, because what they're doing, the people who are selling based off of this, they're pattern trading, which means they sell here expecting a breakout to the downside so they can buy lower. Well, guess what? You didn't get that opportunity. Now you're at a higher price than where you sold. You're clenching your butthole a little bit. You're wondering if we're going to go down or we're going to go up or whatever. This isn't how it's supposed to be. We're supposed to break out to the downside. I'm just going to close my eyes and hope that this magical line is guiding me the right way. And it's all just fugazi nonsense at the end of the day. You start to pump, and then those same people that sold down here FOMO back into it, adding more FOMO at the right time to break out. And then anybody who had their eyes on this, which we had, again, 2,000 holders at the beginning of this range. Now we have 3,400. 1,400 people have created wallets to hold this, have become TBB holders in this time, okay? Over a 50% increase. You best believe there's even more than that who put their eyes on this but haven't pulled the trigger. They're waiting for it to go lower before they buy. Something like this, maybe not all of them are going to buy, all the people who are sidelined at the moment, but something like this, a move up, will engage buyers. There's people who are telling themselves right now, if it goes down, I'll wait for a pullback down to about 2 cents, 2.5 cents to buy. If it goes up, I'll just buy on the breakout because we know we're going to $100 million. What's nice about this, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Again, we don't actually know anything. We're just assuming here. But Imagine you bought at new all-time highs. Imagine here you bought at the exact new all-time high right there at, let's just even say 5 cents, right there at $50 million market cap. And then imagine we do go to the next fib level, which is 12 cents. It's at about $120 million market cap. That's a 2x. That's a 2.4x. You can buy at new all-time highs and still go to sleep resting soundly, knowing that you're going to get a 2.5x. And maybe not knowing, again, we don't know anything, but just assuming, because that's the next fib target. And then from there, what do? Do you want to play the game? Do you want to sell for this next little consolidation range, however it looks, like this one? Or since you're in a position of strength, now you're not buying into the high. You're up 2x, or even if it drops down, you're up like 60%, whatever the case may be. Do you wait for the next one? I mean, at this rate, guys, we get to $100 million. The next conversational piece that's going to be on everybody's mind is a dollar, right? $100 million has been on everybody's mind since $10 million. You best believe $1 billion is going to be on people's minds if we break through $100 million. What if we don't even stop where I think we're going to stop? What if we go higher? What if we go higher and instead of turbulence around this area, we actually find support around this area? And then we cascade up to a multi-$100 million market cap. I mean, there's so much potential here. We'll see the wallet holders growing. We'll see hype growing around the community and new developments with the coin itself. Jason yesterday, for those of you who aren't aware, and he messes around so much, man. I don't know whenever he's being serious, but he's pretty serious about this coin. When he says stuff, it seems like he does it. Yesterday, he was talking about making a card for TBB, getting things going where TBB holders, you can get this card and you can literally use your card as cash, right? So like you're using it at the store and it's indistinguishable. There will be this settlement layer that is indistinguishable from crypto. You'll never know that that the people using it will never know that there was a crypto to cash transaction. It's just there. There will be a settlement layer that allows you to use your TBB account. And then there's also going to be decustodialized wallets, I'm pretty sure, with this. So TBB, guys, is literally becoming more than just a meme coin. It's like actually it's becoming a DeFi coin. It's actually which is great because I love DeFi. And again, that's literally my favorite sector. It's kind of the whole purpose of, it's not the whole purpose, but it's a very big part of crypto. There's gaming, there's AI, there's DeFi, there's voter, there's voting. What's the word? I can't think of it right now. Wow. What's the D in DeFi? Decentralized. There we go. Decentralized voting, decentralized medical records, right? Anti-inflation. There's all this other kind of stuff to it, but DeFi is a really big part. I think DeFi and AI can kind of intermingle at times as well, but I'm getting carried away. All I'm saying is, if you're not kidding, Jason, if you're serious about that, that would be crazy. That'd be pretty cool, actually. I think that'd be pretty damn cool. 4.13 cents, 43 minutes left in this 1 hour. Let's move on. Okay, let's move on. We've talked a lot already. MACD shaping up, looking more bullish. Not a whole lot to go off of though. You're choppy and sideways, so it's not really worth gauging. 4 hour time frame here. We did break out of this uptrend. That was scary. That was super scary, especially back here. It was so scary. It was super because you don't know what's going to happen. You break out of these uptrends. That's almost always not a good thing. But we're in such a strong chart, guys. Look at this. We broke out of this uptrend, and what do? We just consolidated more. When we broke out of it over here, I said we're probably going to consolidate for a couple more days. And here we are 3 days later. Any day now. We've been calling for this move. Especially so on the 27th, 28th there. But we've taken a bit of a pause, waiting for this breakout to come, expecting it to happen now, probably within the next 48 hours. What happens 48 hours from now? It's Thursday. You guys know what happens 48 hours from now? It becomes Saturday. Saturday. It's the best day of the week because every single Saturday that we've had has been very kind to us. What the hell? Why it doesn't give us the days on here? I'm curious. Saturday, 25th, 18th, 11th, 4th. Okay. 25th, 18th, 11th, 4th. So the 25th here, this was last Saturday. Right here, going into Saturday, we saw some nice growth and continued growth. 25th, was it the 18th? Damn it, I forgot. I got excited. 25th, 18th, 11th, 4th. The 18th here, this is the next Saturday. Look, right there. That's Saturday. And just before Saturday, that Friday going into Saturday, again pumped. The 11th here, the 11th is right here. And again, we pumped going into Saturday, but then Saturday itself provided more pumping and actually a bigger move there. We go to the 4th. The 4th here was right here, and bam, guys. We pumped into Saturday again, and then as Saturday continued, we pumped. Every Saturday has been so kind to us. We've been consolidating here for the second longest consolidation phase that we've seen with a lot of volume, not at the highs specifically. A lot of volume at each of these lows, but a lot of volume building its way up here. Volume kind of died off. There wasn't any of that selling pressure. We're consolidating. And where we're consolidating, man, this is what's exciting for me, is that I really did initially, back here, I really did initially think that we were just going to hit this area, go a little bit above it, and find resistance. We didn't. Unfortunately, we actually found resistance below. We've been consolidating. But the good thing here is that it allows me to believe that when we move up, we're not just going to stop right here. We're probably going to break out to the next level. And how great is that? How much sense does that make? Because here, you moved up, you saw a little move. Here, you moved up, you saw a little move. Here, it got bigger. Here, it got bigger. We're picking up momentum. We're gaining volume. What if it continues to pick up? What if, again, all these potential buyers and the holders that are to be, we see a dramatic increase in holders, some large accounts come in, you could see this thing push not just to 12 cents, 12 and a half cents, because again, that would be a bigger move in this effort that's going from somewhat nice to nice to really nice to extraordinary. We could see a push that goes all the way up to $250 million to $450 million, 25 to 45 cents, somewhere in there. And maybe it happens all at once. Maybe it's one big swift kick. We can see that happen. It's a low enough market cap for that kind of stuff to happen. Absolutely it is. Maybe it happens in multiple parts. Maybe we find resistance here still, consolidate, and then we move up, and then consolidate, and then we move up, and then we consolidate. I personally wouldn't expect that we just keep doing this forever. That like we'd have to stop at some point. We'll just keep pace as we go. But whenever we get up to this area, I am personally expecting a more prolonged consolidation phase, kind of like what Anthem's gone through here, right? Where, from a high, that was July 6th, it's been nearly a month, and you're just consolidating still, right? You're rounding out, you've got bullish structure forming, you look like you want to move up to the upside. This does look like accumulation, but again, something that's more than just like a little bit of consolidation here, a little bit of consolidation there, right? Something more than what we have so far. But if demand keeps picking up, man, I mean, we can keep moving. We really can. It's only 3,400 wallets. It's only a $41 million market cap. This thing can teleport to a multi-$100 million. It can teleport even higher than that. We'll see. Time will tell. But anyways, I've got nothing else. I'm rambling at this point. 4-hour RSI looks good. It actually looks really good. We're right at this area where we've been finding support. Beautiful. Move up, get overbought. All that stuff coincides with breaking out. Phenomenal. The MACD, of course, looks bullish as well. So there's nothing really to go off of there. 8-hour time frame, we can look at that. Very bullish on the 8-hour RSI. You've got lower lows in your RSI. You've got higher lows in the price. It's hidden bullish divergence. You have lower lows in the MACD on the histogram with higher lows in the price. It's hidden bullish divergence. I mean, it looks spectacular. We're loving it. It's a good time. Expecting good things. Shout out to the baby Bitcoin bull for having such a phenomenal run, by the way. I actually did buy some on this wick here. I knew that it was a point of contestation in the TBB community. I always thought that was kind of weird, but whatever. I didn't know who was behind it. Whenever I found out it was Digi, I was like, wait, people like him in the community. I'm gonna buy into it. So shout out to Digi, shout out to the TBB crew, the baby Bitcoin bull. There's always a baby. The thing is, guys, there's always a baby of everything, right? There's a baby Ansem, there's a baby Doge, there's always a baby Pepe, there's a baby everything. But instead of it being made by one of these auto AI generating bots, it was made by somebody who's part of the community and who actually bought most of the supply, right? To my knowledge. I don't know. Congratulations. That's all I'm saying there. Good job. It's a good looking chart. Broke out. That's half the reason I bought here is because you were breaking out to new all-time highs. I didn't buy much. I just, I bought a little bit just for funsies. Anyways, and again, with any of these meme coins, right? Even this one here, $41 million. There's a lot. I expect this thing's going to do a lot. Put as much money in it as you want to. But my thoughts are, it's a meme coin still. We should probably, hedge our bets. There's no need to throw the farm at this. Um, I mean, if you want to put 1% of your portfolio in there, cool. You want to put 10%, cool. 20%, you're pushing it a little bit, but cool. 30%, you're getting crazy. 50% or more, you're a wild child, but maybe it pays off for you. I don't know. I think that plays like this, you should just, again, put money in that you're willing to let sit, okay? And with this one, again, it's even lower market cap. You don't need a lot of money to make a lot of money. I mean, imagine here, this goes to $8 million. That's a 10x. You can put $100 in here, and then it turns into 1,000. If $1,000 isn't a lot of money too, I mean, 1,000 here probably pushes the price up a little bit, but still, you could turn that into some money too. So, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Just don't put any money in that matters, right? Don't do that, and have fun. It's all about fun, man. I literally put in like $40, a little bit more than $40, just for fun. I definitely put in more in TBB, but I just put in $40 for fun here, and it's all good fun. It's all good stuff, man. Anyways, hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all. Take care. Bye bye.